Oh, hello, winning spirits. Welcome back to another episode. Today is about your morning routine, but particularly one aspect of your morning routine that most people miss out on, and that is setting the tone of your inner environment for the rest of the day. So, the whole point of having a morning routine is this: it gets you ready for the day. It gets you ready to tackle the day, to get all the things you need to get done during the day, to experience the day to the fullest, and really experience life. That's what the morning routine does for you. We're going to get into setting the tone, but let's talk about what people should do when it comes to morning routines. This is an interesting one. And I'm a firm believer that every person should have their own morning routine that works out best for them. So you can have a combination of many different things, and you can leave out many different things as well. So what are some of the things that I do in the morning? Well, I definitely get up and I meditate. That is one thing that I do without a shadow of a doubt because that helps me create the tone for my inner environment. And then I also do some, some people might call it Tai Chi practices or Qigong practices. It's a combination of and some other Asian practices, but they're energy exercises to raise my energy level. And once I do that, then I get into setting my goals. So once I have raised my energy through, some people call it through prana, that's an Indian term for the energy. Some people call it chi, which is like the Chinese, you can say a term for energy. Whatever it is for you, raise that energy. And then what I do is I set my goals because I want to be in a high energy state when I set my goals. I want to be very mentally clear. I want to be high energy. And then I set my goals for the rest of the day. I know some people, so some of the things that other people can incorporate are things like cold showers. I do cold showers as well. I don't do it every single day, but cold showers will definitely wake you up and boost a number of things within your body. So you could do cold showers. You could do a journaling exercise. Some people do that first thing in the morning. Some people practice gratitude first thing in the morning. One of the things that I used to do first thing in the morning before too, but it's summertime right now, so my kids are kind of sleeping in. I would go in and snuggle into each one of my kids' beds for 10 or 15 minutes each and just hug them and kiss them and tell them I love them to make sure that when they got up, they already had it in their mind that Dada loves them. And that's just a tip and trick for me that I like to share with parents because when they're younger, you can do this. When they're older, it's not as easy, right? Obviously. But it's a great time to do that for young kids because they're half asleep and they can't really give you any, attitude or whatever that might look like. Because when you try to do that when they're fully awake, sometimes they push you off. Sometimes they're like, no, don't hug me, whatever it may be, right? But in the first thing in the morning, it works out quite well because a person is in a quasi-conscious / subconscious state. So that was a little bit of a rabbit hole, but that's what I do for myself as well. Again, it's not working out so well in the summer because my kids are sleeping in. But whatever works for you, that's the main thing here. So once you do your morning routine, this is the most important part. This is where you need to sit down and actually write out what you want the tone of your inner environment to be. And it doesn't have to be a paragraph. It doesn't even have to be a sentence. I just use 3 words. That's it. So it could be things like powerful. It could be things like loving. It could be things like kind. It could be just present. Whatever it is for you, what are those top 3 things that you want for the tone of your inner environment for the day? And every single day, it should be different. You don't want the exact same tone because then you're just going to be repeating. It's going on autopilot. And I see a lot of people doing this. I see a lot of people when they set their goals in the morning, it's the exact same goal. You want to change things up. You want to make your life a little bit exciting. You want to have variety in your life. And that comes from you. The variety in your life comes from your inner tone or your inner environment. That's where it starts. So once you identify those 3 things, you're off to the races. I highly encourage you to write that on a sticky note and take that with you, put it in your pocket and open it up and look at it almost every single hour because it reminds you to go back to the tone. Life is going to hit you. Your work is going to hit you. Your family members are going to hit you. Not physically, but emotionally. And you're going to have all of these things that are going on throughout the day. But the most important thing that you can do is maintain your inner tone. And that's what a good morning routine is doing and is meant for. So that is your takeaway for today. What is the inner tone that you want every single morning that you wake up? And write that down. What are those 3 things that you want your inner tone to be? If you do that, you're going to be off to the races. You're going to have an incredible day. Take care.